Say,
let's go,
new
man.
microphone and that.
Everything is patterned up.
Nah, man, shout out that ass, bro.
Oh, yeah, man came through with a...
Nah, shout out that ass, bro.
With a, what's this called? A Yeti mic.
A Yeti mic.
Yeti mic.
Nah, this is levels, bro, as you can see.
As you can see,
the sonics on the screen are a bit louder.
It's a new centerpiece for us.
And we chose the cardiology thing because we linked up in the heart of the field. The one that makes it tick.
The engine.
That's us too in the Alliance again.
Stuff here. Let me open up here.
Yeah, open up the thing. Guys, welcome back. The Unpackaged podcast. You know, I love this, bro. I love this.
What?
I love this, bro.
Oh, the Alliance.
I love it, bro.
The Alliance.
I love everything about it. Like the interaction. Like we've been getting a lot of interaction nowadays, bro. Like
shout out
for a lot of things.
Justy
so
boy.
It's big on Justy, big on everyone who's like been watching and whatnot.
And thanks for the support now.
Honestly,
the real thing was support. We only do this because you guys keep watching. So
you hear what I'm saying? And it's like it's fun to be around you. And like I'll be honest with you, dog. Like
look, we're having fun when we're doing this. So it's not a job to us.
It's more like something we just basically all we did is we just put a camera in
front of our life,
Sinze. That's all it is.
And big ups to you guys who are supporting it.
Nah, majors, bro. But you know what? Like I wanted to start this week on what you were talking about in the room, man.
Oh, about
like the babies.
The babies, yeah. So I posed the question. Look, think about the fact that babies are born. The nurse puts him in that glass cube thing.
The first crib, MTV cribs. That's the first one.
Yeah, MTV cribs.
MTV cribs.
And they go to the nursery with 10 other different babies.
Then it's like dominoes and they flip them around in the room.
And they shuffle him around and stuff. That happens,
but
guys.
Those times, like, you can't process it because the baby look the same when it come out.
The baby looks the same. So
and
you
is fresh from the uterus and things.
So you as a parent, how do you know that it's really your child? Like, you know, and I know it's happened before where children have done the swap.
I beg you find that story.
And it's happened here also.
I swear,
girl finds sister, no?
Yeah, in South Africa.
Cape Town.
Twin sister finds twin sister.
Now can you see? Yo.
Your own flesh and blood. Like you share the uterus and the womb, my man.
But yeah, you guys are separated.
Cape Town, dog.
Oh yeah, sorry. Cape Town.
That's a mad thing, like bruh, like I was thinking about that story.
Oh, as a mother, you reunited with a 17-year-old daughter. Stolen baby.
Nah, if it was a twin though.
There's nothing, man. It was literally this. That's what I was talking about.
Zephanie them, man. Yeah, Zephanie is that.
Now, is this mean to the sister?
No, come, now.
Okay, now Zephanie.
Yeah, it's Zephanie, bro.
Zephanie.
It was I call her Zephanie. I don't know. Yo, dog.
So here it says, Zephanie nurse, born 28th of April 1997, a South African woman was abducted from Grooteskiel Hospital in Cape Town on the 30th of April 1997, when she was 2 days old. Nurse was reunited with her biological parents, Monet and Celeste, 17 years later, as DNA tests confirmed the identity. Yo, Ehrenster.
17 years, dog.
Ehrenster.
Like, I'm to imagine, now imagine people that go through that, like you've been living your life for certain. It comes back to that shit that your daddy was talking about. Where like,
grow up,
like
one thing,
and then you can like lead up to doing like a whole nother madness, bro.
But what would you do? Like, it does, like, for instance, your parents, that's your parents now, no? But they're not really your parents. Like, would you go and live with other people? Or would you like resent your fake family? It's actually mad
like
because
do you know what like you know what I feel like? I feel like Ashtray, bro, from Euphoria. Like I'm very like I'll be on toes with whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I know I got mine. I've learned my thing. Like I've adapted to washing in a sink or something.
But I'm facing like emotionally, man. Like how would you be if would you now go and lead a new life with your family, or would you like?
I'd learn.
You want to spend time with him also.
Yeah. Like because like you, bruh, 17. Like imagine someone was taking care of me for 17 years,
and if you
treating me good, like treating me good, and like maybe like they were promised a baby. You know what I'm saying? They were promised a baby. And then maybe use like church funds like to pay for that baby because like they knew like maybe the mother or the father was infertile and all them things.
Yeah.
You feel me? So one of those buzzers and those people like wanted one because they say Christian family and all that. The family must be big and proper. You feel me? So the family must be big and proper. Boom, bruh. What you gonna say? Say, my 10 bags, swoons here, just jump along and you know what I'm saying? So boom, then you get because now and like bruh, shit like that happens. And then you find out, oh shit, like these people lost their baby, but these people gained a baby.
Nah, but still, man.
At that state, it's black and white, man. That's all it is.
Yeah,
but when you break it down, like it's a whole grey area, as we would say.
Nah, but I mean, but like in this case of Zephany and like she was kidnapped. Her parents wanted to have her. So she was kidnapped and lived with the other family.
But did that other family know they kidnapped the baby?
Yes.
Oh, then that's a different story. I dash, bro.
You dash?
I dash, bro.
You dash your family that you grew up with?
Yeah, dash.
Yeah.
And then when I'm like
old,
more like okay now aware of like the other family now, then I go back to them and I ask them, yo, like why?
Why?
Like I would say if they treated me very well, bruh, like they were desperate for that, like that's wrong, like morally that's wrong, but like like imagine they took care of me, dog.
Yeah, no, regardless, maybe
like the nurture part of it was there, but it wasn't natural.
Maybe like saying? You know, there's sometimes we like people like employ nurses to steal babies or maybe they had the intention to sell, like you know when they catch the man with drugs.
Intent.
Yeah, since now maybe that means they had intent, but they couldn't sell the babies that night to keep the baby. You see, so
the transaction failed.
Check bounce, man. Yo.
Check bounce. They rejected him.
They
burned it in front of you, dog.
They was not keep this baby. This baby, man,
yo, I'm very too.
Now you see in that statement, it's almost like, and yeah, okay, like you made the point that they take care of you and that type of thing, but it's tough, man, because you were robbed of your biological parents. But it's also like the other side to it is this family that you were with and supposedly kidnapped, you didn't treat you wrong.
Yeah, they nurtured you to be like even your real parents say, wow, like. You wow man, with this or that and that and that.
Unless you were like part of an abusive family or family.
Oh, then it's a mad.
Then I would have dashed at them in long time. Otherwise, you're only coming now. To save a man. Yo, what the god of you? What you were 10 years? 17 years. So yeah, they were finding Zephany. The nurse's second daughter, Cassidy Nurse, started a new school where Zephany, now age 17 years it was this, coincidentally was also in attendance under the name Michelle Solomon.
Yo, it's important.
They changed the name, so Zephany's name was Michelle Solomon. With a new family now. So friends of Zephany commented on the uncanny resemblance between the two girls.
Yo, the KDB vision.
Sinzai.
Okay,
and despite their 4-year age difference, they formed an almost immediate 4-year age difference.
So wait, no, my Chili, nah. That don't make sense. The teacher was 4 years older than the.
No, Zephany was at that school. Then her sister, and she didn't know about enrolled at the school in grade 8.
So that's the twin now.
It's not a twin, not twins.
Oh, they're in different grades, but they sisters. Okay.
They are actually biological sisters.
So they have the same mother, but the other girl was kidnapped.
Yes.
Okay.
So Zephany was kidnapped first.
So
they kidnapped her, and the parents obviously looked for Zephany for 4 years, and like, nah, let's try again, so they had another baby. Which is now the other girl.
Yeah.
But Michelle Solomon is Zephany's
fake
name.
Yeah, it's not Zephany.
It's not Zephany, it's Michelle Solomon.
Yeah.
So they were voicing that while Michelle was on school, her system was not going to school.
Oh, in the passage now, the
junior. So Sinzai junior.
So it's like, oh, she look like you, she look like you.
And then they became friends, man.
Oh, because you look like, that's hard working, them field. Open your eyes and you will see.
Yeah, you will see, exactly. So yeah, they say they formed an almost immediate friendship Once Monet nurse heard about the physical similarities between the two girls.
You're the mother of the vision, man.
Anyways, he arranged with Cassidy to meet Zephanie at a local takeaway. After the first meeting, Monet contacted the investigating officer in the disappearance of Zephanie.
Bro, that's God working right there, bro.
The police began an investigation, and after Zephanie's parents could not provide proof of birth, DNA tests were conducted.
Yo, that's God working right there.
The results were conclusive that Zephanie was in fact a nurse's child. Nurses meaning not a nurse. Their surname is nurse anyway. And she was removed to a place of safety by the Department of Social Services. The nurse family were granted visitations, and apparently Zephanie was already calling their mother and father at this time. Yo! In March 2016, a woman who was not named for legal reasons was convicted of abduction. In August 2016, she was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Her name was still withheld to protect the identity she gave to the police.
Why, that's a mad thing, bro.
So, identity revealed. Zephanie Nurse, whose new name was kept a secret for 5 years, applied for a ban restricting the publication of her real name, Michelle Solomon, to be lifted, which was granted by the High Court in Pretoria 2019. Hours after the ban was lifted, Zephanie announced that her book entitled Zephanie.
Yo, that's subtitle book.
It's a book,
dude. But like think you went through this and people are just reading it all.
But it's like so mad how quick change a life. Your overnight sensation. Not a book. Oh, mad.
But it's a mad true story.
So it's saying Zephanie, 2 mothers, 1 daughter.
Look here, I'm gonna lie.
And astonishing true story.
Sure. But that's a banging name.
That's a banging one, yeah. Who did Charles? Michelle Solomon, as she is now called the High Court, is now called after the High Court ruling, dedicated the book to both her mothers.
Oh, she writes on the book Zephanie, but in real life,
Michelle is in Jen Montana vibes.
Double life,
man.
Jason born, you know.
So, but the thing is, she didn't like.
That's the lady because the lady taught her right.
That's
exactly what the times like
so
what I was saying.
She dedicated the book to both her mothers. But in a way, she was quick to move on. Also,
progress with her life.
Yeah, with a new family now, with a real family. But like that's like something you wanted to pose to you guys. Like, how do you feel in this situation, man? If you were the parent or even the child later on finding your parents or your parents, exactly like Taylor Lautner found out his parents.
In abduction.
His father's a CIA agent, and
the mother also.
His fake parents FBI agents. Okay, that's a bit far-fetched, but it's still the same.
Yeah, it's for music, for movie purposes.
For movie purposes, yeah.
Oh, that's a mad thing, bro.
Yeah, it is tough. It is very tough.
Yo, now it has me thinking about this. Obviously,
other one also. Yeah,
obviously now we seeing this Kiev thing. This Kiev thing happening, like not Kiev, Ukraine thing happening.
Ukraine, yours man, was Kiev, man.
Sorry, man. I'm seeing the bomb, man. You get what I'm saying? But
Champions League.
You get what I'm saying? So, but like it comes back to this, Declan, brother. Like I feel like I thought it was jokes when people used to say to us like, yo, like the media or the news, like it's actually false, man. It was like when I listen like attentively to news, bruh. But when people like especially Feeks, bruh, like Feeks Burn people like Fetu, don't just listen.
Believe, yeah.
Like I don't believe, but it's like okay, it sounds reasonable enough to stay in my head.
Say yes.
I do have questions, but it's reasonable.
Like it's believable.
Yeah. Get what I'm saying? So then Feeks is like, bruh, just start stripping it down. Fetu. Then you start checking.
Start
like unravel dog. Because like I said, bruh, the slight it's like subtle racism. Like I hate that. Like like the news outlets, they say like, oh nah, this is not Africa or Afghanistan and whatnot. So like we don't expect things like this to happen in Europe. Maybe they can happen in Africa and those countries.
Yes. I was like, look, if you see everything is like so like the world switched on so quickly for this Ukraine and Russia thing, man. in the sense of everyone being behind Ukraine. Man. Look at the Premier League. Premier League is very quick when it comes to these type of things. Like the Black Lives Matter movement, they were very quick on it. The what else was there? There was something.
It was Black Lives and it was no room for racism. Then
no room for racism.
The rainbow.
Yes,
rainbow
now LGBTQ
rainbow month and whatnot.
Community as well. And then now Ukraine, man. But they were very quick as in to support Ukraine. So like that's what I'm trying to say, man.
Like the backing.
The backing was so quick, but there were so many other wars happening well.
Do you know how long I've been seeing something about like Gaza? I don't know what it is. Gaza's in Palestine. Right? Like Fito, like I go to school, Fito, I see it. Flag free Palestine. I'm checking, like I'm getting older, but this shit is
still happening. It's still happening.
Then you clock, bruh, like 20 years, bruh, these guys have been fighting. And you're like, damn, like these people move very fast when it happens there.
You see, now that's the question I was posing. It's almost like, because obviously on the TL and like people are obviously bringing up the topic, man, but it's not getting enough noise. You know what I mean?
Traction. Yeah.
But that's also a separate incident, man. There's so many other stuff happening in other countries that are not even like wars. There's more civil wars and stuff like that. But regardless, man.
But they say United Nations for what then?
Exactly, man.
For what then? So what are we still connecting? What 3G? European countries are connecting what 5G?
5G. Yeah. They're on their own planet.
I need you to process this as a driver. I need drivers to process this shit as drivers. I'm gonna process it as a driver. When I got my license, petrol was about 18 rand. This is a year ago, machi. Almost I'm a year younger. So I waited off till my birthday, and I was like, boom, I'm gonna get it before my 19th. Boom, I'm set. Get what I'm saying? Got it first time, boom. 3 months max. Quick. I'm done. I'm paying for the petrol. 18 rand. Kalmate, groot man. I have a 200 here by me to fill this up. 200 can last me, say about 7 trips on the road. You know what I'm saying? That's there and back home. Wherever I'm going, 7 times. And done. Before I ever like come in the month, I have money again. You know what I'm saying?
You're saving on petrol.
Yeah, but I'm saving. A year later, 21 rand, dog. All because dons are fighting in Europe, dog.
But not even that, man. Like even before the fight, the price was always rising. The rand was just getting weaker and weaker, and our economy is in shambles.
United Defense.
United Maguire's
the government.
It's like that's how poor it's been, bro. But it's like that's just how it is, man. And now they see the repercussions of like this whole war happening and stuff like that. It's gonna make our prices rise to even maybe in 40 rand, like worst
40
case.
Rand a liter.
40 rand, maybe like worst case scenario. Look,
I
obviously,
swear I'm gonna cycle. I'll be like CJ, bro.
You're gonna cycle every week, though.
I'll cycle every week.
But it's just scary, man. Like it's tough for us to live now.
It's full crazy
so
right
now in this 2015, you know, my children, what was growing up back in the day. Your cars are flying on water. My foot in a petrol. That's the struggle.
You're using hydro energy in a vehicle.
It's almost like, you know, when your parents say, I used to walk to school. Like that, now
you're taking trips in Ubers and what?
Now our argument's gonna be, when to our school, we used to pay 40 rand for petrol. That's expensive when we were your age, and you guys can just teleport.
Yeah.
Go anywhere you want to go, but I don't pay nothing, man.
Uber in, what
Uber in, man. Uber teleport.
I don't feel it.
Uber portal.
Bruh, like those trains, bruh, that will travel like on the
bullet
N2,
trains,
bruh. Quantum thing.
And there's countries that have like China, Japan, they have these type of things like
tramways and whatnot.
Yeah, and like the bullet trains, like even that one Elon Musk wanted to make like underground things. I think he did in Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, like an underground bullet train.
Yo, that's
and it's
a
like
hard thing.
freak fast, bro. Like it's a paar minutes.
Bruh, I swear to you, one thing that needs to come back. Now we need to be serious. Trains need to come back, dog.
What do you mean?
Trains need to come back, bruh. Yeah, I'm fair to trains need to, because bruh, these taxi customers just stop working now, so the petrol price, there can be more petrol, bruh.
To go around.
Yeah, I'm fair to, bruh, the price of living, dog. Like fair to, like this is leading up to the price of living, bruh. we actually need to start appreciating what our parents do for us, bro. To be ungrateful is not in my blood, dog. Like I feel like that is disrespectful for the time and years that person is putting to you. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, bro. Definitely. You must really give one big up to your parents, man. Because it isn't tough. It isn't tough. It isn't easy. It isn't easy. It is very tough.
No, this is not United defense. Ruben Dice.
This
is Ruben Dice and Laporte. With Xavi. And Kyle Walker. In front of them is Rodri.
Yeah.
So it's tense, baba.
It is tense, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that element, bruh, like, I'm thinking about my grandmother. My grandmother's the 10th baby in a family. 10th baby in a family.
Look at those cheap back then.
Standard of living was much lower.
Much lower. So you could afford to have 10 babies.
Yeah.
Now it's 71.
You always,
always.
Even playing the game before you have the child is a stretch.
It's even a stretch.
Because the link-ups that must happen.
Oh, you know, it's not worth it. Don't die for Nyash. Don't die for Nyash, bro.
Otherwise you'll be finished, you'll be exposed.
You're exposed, man.
It's fugazi right now, bro. It's fugazi right now, bruh. And like, now that thing we're gonna go into, bruh. Obviously now, I just wanted to say now the standard of living and all that things. But now, like coming into a serious thing, man, you get what I'm saying? Like the story that happened now in Brackenfell, like.
Oh yeah, this boy, it actually happened last night. Okay, last night.
Was it?
When you watch it though, obviously. Anyway, a 15-year-old boy who is said to be the nephew of Cape Town singer Craig Lucas has been taken into police custody after he allegedly shot and killed both his parents on Sunday, 6th of March. According to the police spokesperson, police are currently investigating the circumstances surrounding the shooting incident in Protea, Brackenfell. We have a 37-year-old male, 37-year-old female was shot and fatally wounded. Brackenfell police attended the crime scene where they found the victims with gunshot wounds to the body. The victims were declared deceased on the scene by the paramedics. And the 15-year-old suspect was arrested and evaluated on Monday. Obviously they urge to respect the privacy of the family.
But like, you telling me about that now makes me think about Feto. It comes back to this thing, bro, where they say like us as like Africans, we hooligans and stuff. Feto. Where do you think a gun comes from, dog? Where do you think a gun comes from, dog?
The sole purpose of a gun is to kill someone. For me, there's no point of having it.
That thing is from the northern hemisphere, bro. That is northern hemisphere.
Yeah, but those men.
We want to square up. And all.
Throw fists.
Yeah, let's do it. You hear what I'm saying? Like, Fetu, a tool like that, bruh, we talking AR-15s, AK-47s.
Did you watch that movie, Winchester House?
Nah.
So, Winchester House is about the family, the Winchesters. The Winchester is a gun. So they were the makers of this gun, the Winchester gun. It's like a long gun, man, from the 70s, bruh. They used to fight in the wars in there. And you get like
a pea shooter.
Yeah, and a revolver. So movement. So anyway, they made it. So this old lady is like the last of the Winchesters, man.
Winchester.
She's the last of the Winchesters. So she lives in this house, but she keeps on renovating the house. Like she keeps on adding the floor to the house, keeps on adding the floor.
Like as in
up and to the side, and it's just always construction. Always construction.
Sure.
So an investigator came and asked like, why, man? Like why? So he stayed in the house, man. And later on, he came to realize that there were spirits in the house, like trying.
Bodies.
Nah, it was just spirits in the house, like trying to kill her and like kill her family and stuff like that, man. Within the house, and then he eventually the old lady like confessed to why she keeps building. She's like, yes, to keep the spirits away, man, so that there's more rooms for them to get lost in.
Or instead of going to the outside world.
Or not even outside, instead of them killing her, man.
Oh,
so the ghost,
she trapped the ghost.
Yeah, she's basically trapping the ghost every time she keeps building the house, But those ghosts are the people that died at the hand of a Winchester gun. CJ.
So every shot, like when they produce the gun, when people die, they come to her.
So
that's a mad concept.
People that died unnecessarily, man.
Like accidental shootings and whatnot,
or like out of like, you know, someone like, you know, back in the day, like if that guy had to find, like if he's a farmer and he finds his wife with the next door's farmer in a bed, then they would throw fists. But now he has a gun,
so he's not gonna waste time.
In the Tangers of Rage, he shoots that guy. So that guy that took the shot, the farmer, when he eventually dies,
he goes into the Winchester.
Yeah, and he warns the Winchester lady, because it's almost as if he ruined his own life at the gun of the Winchester. Of their creation, man. So that was like a battle with these ghosts, and why she kept building a house and building a house and building a house to keep the demons away. Now, obviously, then eventually the whole thing ends like within the museum of the house, man. So all the witches that the world. All of them are strong there, man. Because that's like the source of it, the source of the pain.
Of the Winchester,
of the pain. So
where it was built and whatnot.
So that's like how the final scene happened, man. But it's like obviously a powerful thing to think of, man. Like the
purpose of a gun.
Of a gun, yeah. And the severity behind it. Like think about this, like a friend of mine asked me like, would I own a gun one day, or would I need to own a gun one day? So I said, no, I wouldn't need to own a gun, because there's that certain mindset that comes with owning a gun. People that own a gun have the biggest balls.
Technically,
because who's gonna tell them when they pull a gun out?
You're not gonna say.
Who's still gonna keep fighting when you have a gun in your hand? You know what I mean? So when you have a gun, it's almost like you have an intent to use it.
Yeah, there's a purpose behind it. It's not an ornament.
It's not always gonna be a show and tell thing at the bar.
That's not grade 3.
So if this man pull out these gun and I mean, if you pull out your gun and that man pull out these gun, you know you're gonna shoot.
You have to.
So that's my thing, bro. That's why I'll never own a gun, because it's always the intent to shoot. It is never ever a play thing, or it is never ever a show and tell thing. You buy a gun with the intent to use it. So I don't buy it.
So what's that thing? The purpose of that thing, bro, like it's a madness, bro, and it takes me back to this war shit, bro, like for the arms race and shit, bro. Like for to think about that was almost 60 years ago. When these guys squared up, they were like, okay, now you have the same one, and then you tell them, okay, mama, I have the same thing. You have the same one, I have the same thing.
Can we see who's one more?
Yeah, we tasted. But you go first, man. But then you just get mother, nah, you scared.
Yeah, you scared, man.
And the next time, okay, nah, in due time, you reintroduce this thing.
That's even like that man that was from Ukraine. He was, look, anyone can come out. We will give you guns. You help us fight. Then my father's like, yeah, I'll kill you now, stab out. I'll kill you now. That's free guns, bro. They take the guns,
and then they will actually do it.
Then they take the guns and they spot, man.
See, what? Why must you open such a Pandora's box in my head?
Bro. Like I can go hella left.
Because man like pirate from like Captain Phillips and that.
Bro, this is the time for them to coin, man.
And fair to look now then it comes to a point of morality. So when those guys fight back, are they good guys for helping Ukraine, or are they still bad guys for being the terrorists?
It depends on what side you see it, bro. If you were Russian and you see from the Russian side as, yeah, we're taking back the Soviet Union.
Nah, but I'm talking about I'm not talking about Russian. I'm talking about Al Qaeda now. In the sense that if they help Russia, are they now are they gonna be pardoned for what they did in the past, or what? Think of it, bro.
It is a mad redemption arc for them.
That's a mad word. That's the word. That's a
word. I got that from Euphoria, man, because they based. Did you watch Euphoria?
Yeah. So I do know what. Let's talk about that.
So
sorry. I think
Cal, the father.
The dirt, man.
Yeah, man,
the snacks, man.
It's
the snacks, man.
And my pee in the house.
Yeah.
That man, so they base in season 3 might have a redemption arc. That's what I asked for. That's okay, now redemption arc. But
meaning he
he
passed this and he changed.
Yeah, he changed, like he helps his son probably or whatever happens. But it's just like Zendaya had a redemption arc.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, take like a bit
somewhat,
of one,
okay, it's just something they want to go. According to Zendaya or according to the writers of the story, her role was to show that you can't define someone by an incident, man, or by a fault.
Or by like a bad spell.
Yes, a
purple
patch.
Nah, purple patch is good, I'm afraid.
Oh, a cabbage patch.
Cabbage patch, yeah.
So
stir fry thing.
Yeah, so she was that was her whole character and what her story was, the redemption arcs, how you can still love someone after they do a mad thing. After they do a mad thing. And she was in high school, so obviously she deserves that because she's still very young. It's not like she's 40 years old and she's doing this shit. Anyway, but for me the whole second season of Euphoria
was beautiful.
It was beautiful, but it was like there was no streamlined plot.
It was very spaced out.
It was very like
they
all over the place.
They probably taking that Avengers route. I don't know why they want to do it.
But the thing is, it's like there was no trail to follow. Like things just happened spontaneously.
Like the next, they weren't going forward. They were just exploring. Like
so, like normally a series like that would have something in the beginning that you will follow the whole rest of the season. Like that main plot you will follow. Like
and then it becomes a new plot. Like a more open plot.
Yeah, like
when you get to the next stage.
Yeah, when you do that with the show still shows the different characters' lives, man.
Oh, it's like when you're playing a game and you gain like extra lives or like a more
life.
Yes. Yeah,
but Euphoria didn't have that, man. The series wasn't about. Okay,
one
it was
person,
about Zendaya,
like one story.
It was mainly about it because she was basically mentioned in every episode.
I it was Federico and young Astrid.
Nah, but they were like towards the end, man. They just had a bigger character sketch to start.
Yo, but at the start it was cold.
It was crazy.
It was cold, bro.
But it was like, but that was the thing, man, because you would get them instance, then you would get Jules and Elliot instance, then you would get Alexa and Cassie instance. And it wasn't like the story just about Cassie.
Tell me if you like me. Yes, you wear me. Yo, man, so much.
But it's almost like they were always just there. Like Alexa, Demi, like her cat, Maddie.
A lot more people were in the spotlight.
Yes, a lot more people were in the spotlight. But there were also people that were attracted, like Jules. She was as in like it wasn't solely focused on her anymore. Like in the previous scene, it was just Jules and Zendaya, the relationship, and like how they come together and whatever. And Jules was involved in everything. She was involved with Carl, with
his son as well,
Nate,
Nate,
and obviously starting a new school. There was